Listen up. Every single day, there's a battle happening inside your head. It's you versus your own self-doubt. And guess what? Some people win this battle, and others lose. But here's the kicker. You get to decide which side you're on. So, what's going to keep you going when the going gets tough? Let's talk about staying motivated every single day. Now, I know you've had those days, right? You wake up, the alarm goes off, and immediately, you start thinking, not today, not today. I don't feel like it. And just like that, the battle begins. You start with a decision. Do I get up or do I hit snooze for the 5th time? You know what I'm talking about. You've been there, thinking about your goals, your dreams, but feeling like you just can't find that spark. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day routine, but here's the thing. Motivation isn't a magical feeling that suddenly hits you out of nowhere. You don't wake up one morning and say, "Yup, today I'm going to crush everything." No, motivation is a muscle. It's something you've got to work on every day. And I know you're thinking, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to survive. Well, guess what? Motivation isn't about big dramatic moves. It's about the small decisions you make every single day. Let me paint a picture for you. There's a person I'm sure you've heard of. This person, just like you, wakes up every day with a choice. The choice to give in to the laziness, or the choice to keep going, even when life tries to drag them down. They've got goals, dreams, and desires, but also a ton of obstacles standing in the way. They might not have it all figured out, but they know one thing. Motivation doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from creating that moment. Think about your own life for a second. When things get hard, do you give up or do you push through? You know it's easy to get comfortable. Easy to say, I'll start tomorrow, or it's too late to get going today. But no, you've got to fight back. Here's the hard truth. If you don't push yourself, no one else will. You can sit there waiting for that burst of energy, that rush of motivation, but the reality is, it's on you to create it. Listen, I know how it feels when you're drained, when you feel like you're giving everything and getting nothing in return. You're pushing hard, sweat, effort, sacrifices, and it's not showing up the way you want. The frustration kicks in, right? You feel like quitting, but let me tell you something. The struggle isn't the sign to stop. It's the sign to push harder. But here's the kicker. Just when you think it's getting easier, bam, another roadblock. Maybe it's a missed opportunity, a tough conversation, or just life throwing more at you than you can handle. And that's when you're faced with the real test. Do you give up or do you keep going? I'll tell you what, most people would throw in the towel at this point. They'll say, it's too hard, this isn't for me. But the winners, they double down. They push through when it hurts. They keep going when they feel like they can't take another step. And guess what? That's where the magic happens. You think successful people don't face obstacles? You're wrong. They have just as many struggles as you do. But what sets them apart is their ability to stay motivated, even when life punches them in the face. They've been knocked down, they've fallen, they've failed, but they didn't let that stop them. They didn't wait for motivation to come to them. They created it. That's right. They took charge and made motivation happen, one step at a time. You can do that too. So, what's the answer? How do you stay motivated every day? It's simple. You don't wait for it. You create it. You make the decision day in and day out to keep going, to keep fighting when the world is telling you to quit. But the truth is, it's not about having motivation every day. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize. And guess what? The real question isn't, how do I stay motivated? It's, how badly do I want this? Now, we're going to slow it down for a second. I want you to really think about this. Every day, you're given an opportunity. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Will you take action or just sit back and watch your dreams pass by? There's power in consistency. Don't let the small struggles stop you. Fight through them and keep moving forward. So, I'll leave you with this question. What's going to drive you tomorrow? Will you wait for motivation to show up or will you create it? The choice is yours. The journey is long, but the results? Oh, they're worth it. Will you rise to the challenge Or will you let your dreams slip away? You decide.